Good morning, students. So today we will be seeing about preparation of solutions. So how to prepare molar solutions, normal solutions, and how do we do dilutions, and what is standard solution, what is stock standard, working standard. So all these things we'll be seeing in this class. So first we will go for molar solution. I hope you all know the definition of molarity, right? So what do you mean by molar solution? So it is 1 gram molecular weight of a substance dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Okay, so whatever substance you are taking, first you have to know or calculate the molecular weight of that, and then it should be dissolved in 1 liter of solution. So that makes the molar solution. So during preparation, so we have to use this formula, m into s into v by 1000. Okay, so where m is the molecular weight, s is the strength of required solution. So what strength we require, is it 1 molar or 0.1 molar, 0.2 molar, whatever we require, so that is yes. V is volume in liters. So what volume are we preparing? Is it 100, 200, whatever ml? Okay. Now with example, I explain you now. So first example is preparation of 100 ml of 1 molar NaCl solution. So suppose if this is asked, so first what do? You apply the formula m into s into v. Okay, so molecular weight of NaCl you have to know. Okay, Na, sodium, what is it? Chloride, what is it? I want you all to find it out. Okay, so 58.5 is the molecular weight of NaCl into strength. Okay, how much molarity we want? It is 1 molar, so strength will be 1 into 100 ml we require, so that is 100 divided by 1000. So this is, we have substituted in the formula now. So after calculating, we are getting 5.85 gram. Okay, so to prepare 100 ml of 1 molar NaCl, we have to weigh 5.85 gram of NaCl in 100 ml of distilled water. Okay, that gives you 1 molar NaCl. So similarly, another example is there, preparation of 100 ml of 0.2 molar sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. So again the same thing, you have to apply the formula, substitute everything. Molecular weight of Na2CO3 is 106. Strength we require is 0.2 into 100 ml we require. So 100 divided by 1000. So that gives 2.1 gram. So 2.1 gram of sodium carbonate is dissolved in 100 ml. So we get 0.2 molar of sodium carbonate, 100 ml of it. Okay, so in molarity if you see, so we have two different formulas, one for liquids and one for solids. So solids we have seen now. Okay, so NaCl, sodium chloride, sodium carbonate, all this will be in crystal forms. We have to weigh that and prepare. So okay, this preparation of 0.15 molar NaCl and 1 molar NaOH, sodium hydroxide, I want you all to write. So when you all come back, it should be written. Okay, please apply the formula and calculate what it is. And for the liquids, I told the formula is different. Molarity of liquids is calculated by the formula percentage purity into specific gravity into 10 divided by molecular weight. This is a formula if we have to use if the substance, or if we are using liquids. If we are using solids, we have to use that m into s into v by 1000. For liquids, percentage purity into specific gravity into 10 divided by molecular weight. So all these details like percentage of purity, specific gravity and all, it will be mentioned on the chemical bottle. that you have to take. So example, percentage purity of sulfuric acid H2SO4 is 98. This will be given on the bottle of the chemical. Specific gravity 1.84, molecular weight is 98.08. Okay, so you substitute everything in the formula, you get 18.38 molar. Okay, so that molar, the bottle's concentration is 18.38 molar. So we calculate, we will apply the formula V1M1 is equal to V2M2. V1 is 18.38 what we have got into V1, okay, sorry, M1 is molar what we have got 18.38 into V1 is equal to volume 2 is 1000 into 1. So after calculating we are getting 54.40 ml. Okay. And if we want 0.1 molar H2SO4, again the same formula V1 M1 we have to use is equal to V2 M2. So V1 is 18, V1 we have to calculate. So M1 is 18.38 into V1 is equal to 1000 into 0.1. So above what we have calculated 54.4, that is for 1 molar of H2SO4. Okay, now we want 0.1, so we have written 0.1 here. So 1000 into 0.1 divided by 18.38, we are getting 5.4 ml. So if we take 5.4 ml of H2SO4, make up the volume. Okay, so make up the volume to 1000 ml, that will be 0.1 molar. Okay, if we are taking 54.40 ml, make up the volume to 1000 ml, that will give 1 molar H2SO4. Okay, so similarly 0.1 molar HCl I want you all to calculate. Now we will see normal solutions. So normal solution definition is, it is gram equivalent of the substance, equivalent weight of substance dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Okay, so here we have to use the formula E into N into V by 1000. So E is equivalent weight, N is normality, V is volume required divided by 1000. So examples, to prepare 100 ml of 0.1 normal sodium carbonate solution. This is the example. So here molecular weight of Na2CO3, previously also you have seen it as 106. Equivalent weight of Na2CO3, it is 106 by 2 we have to divided by 2 we have to put. See, atomic weight, molecular weight and all I am not explaining in this PPT presentation. I want you all to go through that. Already you have studied what is atom, what is molecule, what is atomic weight, molecular weight and all, and go through once the periodic table in the chemistry records you will be having. So then you will understand better. Okay, so after calculating we get 53. So if we want 100 ml of it, 0.1 normal into 53 into 100 by 1000, we get 0.53 gram. So 0.53 gram of sodium carbonate, if we dissolve in 100 ml, that gives us 0.1 normal solution. Calculation all is very easy. You have to just remember the formulas and the molecular and equivalent weights. Then another example is to prepare 100 ml of decinormal oxalic acid solution. It is 0.1 normal. So molecular weight of oxalic acid is 126.06. Equivalent weight is 126.06 divided by 2. So we have to substitute in the formula E into S into V by 1000. E is equivalent weight, that is 63.03, into strength required is 0.1 normal, into volume is 100 ml we require, divided by 1000. So we get 0.63 gram. So 0.63 gram of oxalic acid crystals dissolved in 100 ml of distilled water gives us 0.1 normal solution of oxalic acid. Now similarly, one normal HCl. Okay, so percentage purity, so this is for crystals or powder form solids. This is for liquid. See, both molarity or normality, for solids crystals it is different formula, for liquid it is different formula. So you have to know what is liquid, what is crystals, what exists in the form of crystals, what is available, you have to know. So HCl, you all know it is a liquid. So if we have to prepare a normal solution of a liquid, we have to use this formula: percentage purity into specific gravity into 10 divided by equivalent weight. Okay, so 37 divided by percentage purity is 37, specific gravity is 1.18, equivalent weight is 36.4. Substitute in the above mentioned formula, we get 11.9 normal. Okay, then if we want one normal of 100 ml solution, so we have to calculate, put this formula: V1 N1 is equal to V2 N2. Okay, V1 is, we have to calculate, N1 is 11.9 gram, 9 normal, sorry, into V2, we want 100 ml, into normality, 1 normal. Okay, so V1 is equal to 100 divided by 11.8 is 8.4. So if we take 8.4 ml in around 80 ml of water and then make up the volume to 100 ml, that gives us 1 normal of 100 ml of 1 normal HCl. Okay, then 1 normal sulfuric acid, again the same formula: percentage of purity into specific gravity into 10 divided by equivalent weight. So after substituting everything, we get 36.8 normal. So the normality of that existing sulfuric acid is 36.8. Okay, that will become our N1. Then if we want 1000 ml of 1 normal H2SO4, V1 into N1 is equal to V2 N2. So put everything here in this formula, we get 27 ml. So 27 ml of sulfuric acid make up to 1000 ml. That gives us 1 normal, 1000 ml of 1 normal sulfuric acid. Okay, so 27 ml, first you have to dissolve or put it in a little amount of water, around 700 to 800 ml of water. Okay, then you have to make up the volume to 1000 ml. Then if you put 27 in 1000, it will be 1027 ml. So that should not be done. So around 800 ml you put 727 ml first, then you have to make up the volume to 1000. Then this preparation of 0.1 normal sulfuric acid, okay, 0.66 normal sulfuric acid and 0.1 normal sulfuric acid. Okay, you have to write. Diluting solutions. So we have seen normal solutions, both solids, crystals and liquids, and molar solutions, liquids and solids. Now we will see diluting solutions. Suppose one solution is available, we want another diluted or less concentration or the more concentrated solutions. How are we going to dilute it? Okay, that we will see now. So for example, if we have to prepare 0.1 normal NaCl from 1 normal NaCl and from 2 normal NaCl, how do we calculate? Okay, so first we have to calculate 2 normal NaCl by this equation: equivalent weight into strength into volume required divided by 1000. This we have to apply first. So equivalent weight of NaCl is 58 into strength required is 2 into 100 divided by 1000. So if we substitute, we will get 11.6 gram in 100 ml. That is 2 normal. Okay, so two normals value we have got. How much NaCl we have to take to get two normal. So you have to find out now one normal and zero point 0.1 normal. Okay, so how are we going to calculate? You have to do it as a homework. Next, standard solution. So what do you mean by standard solution? So standard solution means a known weight of chemical substance in a solution. So standard concentration you will be knowing. Okay, and in the concentration it is expressed in the terms of normality or weight per unit volume. Okay, and importance of this standard solution is it is useful in many biochemical assays. Okay. You have to remember about standard solution is what you have to remember is it is the known concentration of chemical substance in a solution. So uses I told you it has a wide important uses are preparation of standard calibration graph. So when in the quantitative experiment especially to so preparation of standard graph we require this standard. Okay, and this is used to estimate unknown concentration. Okay, concentration of unknown sample or solution also we require standard. And for the calculation we require the standard value like t minus b by s minus a. So where t is test, s is standard, test minus blank, standard minus blank into concentration of standard. So mainly for the unknown concentration estimation we require standard. And preparation of buffers also, this buffers mainly in kinetic enzymatic experiments will be using. So there also standard buffers, standard solutions are used. And these standard solutions are also used to calibrate the auto analyzers. Okay, it's like many estimations we do right in the auto analyzer, glucose, urea, creatinine, and so many tests we do. Suppose we have to, if we have to calibrate means we can use the standard solution of this. So company itself will provide the standard solution or they will make it as calibrator solution. So means with a known concentration we put it in the analyzer. Okay, we will know what concentration the standard is. If the instrument is giving the same value then the instrument is correct. Okay, if it is not giving proper value then there is some problem with the auto analyzer. So that is how we use standard solution in auto analyzers. Next, coming to stock solution. Okay, so stock means it serves as a reference material. Okay, so we prepare some concentration and keep it as a stock. From that we take the we dilute and we estimate or we prepare our required concentration of solutions. Okay, so preparation of stock standard is very important. Okay, based on the stock standard preparation only our working standard is prepared. So on that only the base of experiment is. Okay, it is a solution with high concentration. Stock means it will have a high concentration and it should be prepared properly, it should be stored properly for the long use, and this also serves as a standard reference material for analysis in the daily use. So what is working standard? Working means from stock we are diluting and preparing one solution of a lower concentration, that we call it as working standard. Okay, and preparation of stock solution is very important for to conserve time and energy. Okay, so once we prepare properly the stock solution, we need not worry about preparation each time. So at the bulk with higher concentration we can prepare and keep it, then from that we can dilute and use. Okay, and this also will reduce storage space and accuracy will be there, higher accuracy if it is prepared properly. Okay, so examples I'll show you. See how to prepare working standard from stock standard I'll tell you now. Example is 1 gram percent, okay, of glucose solution is there, that is the stock. 1 gram percent means how much? 1 gram is 1000 milligram in 100 ml. Percent means 100 ml, right? So 1000 mg in 100 ml is 1 gram percent. This is your stock solution. So working we want 0.1 mg in 1 ml. This concentration we want. So how do we do? 100 mg is there in 100 ml. So 0.1 mg should be in how many ml? Cross multiply 100 into 0.1 divided by 1000. So we get 0.01 ml, okay, in 100 ml. That is 0.1 mg in 1 ml concentration we are getting now. Clear? Next, stock standard of phosphate solution 62 milligrams in DL. DL means also 100 ml. Okay, 62 milligrams is dissolved in 100 ml. That is the stock. We want 6.2 mg in 1 ml. So again, the cross multiplication thing you have to do. 62 mg is present in 100 ml. 6.2 mg in how many ml? So 10 ml, if you cross multiply it will be 10 ml. 10 ml in 100 ml. Okay, finally we will see body fluid dilution. Okay, how we are um, because body fluids for many estimations we use and for diagnosis of various diseases. So how do we dilute it? Okay, and this dilution is expressed as a fraction, and 1/3 dilution is 1 volume of body fluid, 2 volume of diluent. Diluent may be separate thing, or it might be water also. Diluents, 2 volumes of water. So that is 1 by 3, 1 to 3 dilution. So the formula is dilution is equal to volume of body fluid divided by volume of body fluid plus volume diluent. Okay, so 100 ml of body fluid if we are there. So what is the dilution? It will be 100 ml, then 100 ml diluent you are adding. So that will give you 1 by 2 dilution. Okay, if you read the definition again, you will understand better. So dilution is equal to the formula you applied, 100 microliter of body fluid divided by 100 microliter body fluid plus 100 ml. So how much it is? 1 by 2 dilution. So this is how you calculate. Suppose if you are taking 100 ml of body fluid, adding 200 ml of diluent, it will be 1 by 3 dilution. Okay. So this finishes solutions, dilutions, stock standard, working standard, and body fluid dilutions. So preparation of solution, we saw normal solution, molar solution, normal also, crystals. For solids it is different, liquids it is different, molar also. For solid, liquid it is different. So remember the formula and few questions what you have given, what I have given, please solve that and write it in a book and get it when you all come back. Okay, thank you all.